Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our third first-round bout of the King of Sparta Flyweight Tournament, and it's set for 3 2-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, our number 6 seed, Isiah Torres.
Fight number 3 in our Flyweight Series, King of Sparta. Mr. Isiah Torres making his way to the ring for us.
Getting with a little notorious B.I.G. getting down. This is a stacked card. If he's looking at that seed, the 3-4, and the 5-6, you know, you start looking at seeds and listen, you're gonna have to fight boxing. You're gonna have to get past that first one, and you're gonna fight somebody that's good.
No doubt about it.
And his opponent, fighting out of Larry H. Miller Chrysler Dodge Ram Fiat of Denver blue corner, our number 3 seed, Jayson Scott.
All right, here's the tail of the tape, JR. A couple of young fellas in this one.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Torres, the elder at a young 22. Even in height, even in weight, it's MMA for Isiah Torres versus freestyle for Jayson Scott. Debut in boxing versus Jayson Scott's 500 record of 2-2. So 4 fights experience for Scott. That might play out well for him. 1-0 in kickboxing is Torres versus 2-1 at Scott. And then Torres shows off that MMA experience in 7-3. But with even a few more fights, Mr. Scott at 9-2. So Scott, a pretty definitive experience man of chairs.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, this boxing bout is brought to you by Rocky View Dental. Let's meet our fighters first. Fighting out the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, from Pueblo, Colorado, representing Shingitai Slaughterhouse, our number 6 seed, Isiah Torres. And his opponent, fighting out the Larry H. Miller Chrysler Dodge Ram Fiat of Denver blue corner, from North Platte, Nebraska, representing 6'9", 1-on-1 MMA and fitness, our number 3 seed, Jayson Scott.
Fighters up.
Mr. Isiah
Okay,
Torres.
boys, we gave you instructions earlier tonight. I know it's going to be a great fight. Any questions out of the red fighter? Questions out of the blue fighter? Touch gloves. Let's fight.
Here we go, fight number 3.
Jayson needs a little tan. All right, so we've seen a little bit of everything in the opening. We saw a knockout in the first fight. The second one went the distance. Let's see what this one does.
And immediately I can see how calm Scott is.
And I'll tell you what, Isiah Torres came with a nice attack there. Ducks his head, trying to get out of the way. Scott putting on the pressure as well. Fast hands.
For Torres, not a ton of pure striking experience, but definitely a decent amount of fight experience in general. So he's been working his hands. So he's saying that he put his palm in his face and pushed. That's what referee Tim Mills is warning Torres for doing.
Said the last time he's going to help him, that's the one help he gets.
Hands up, pick and choose. Hands up, pick and choose.
Scott comes right out. Throwing good. Uppercuts. Scott rung his bell with a couple combinations there.
Boy, Scott sure does trust his defense and his vision. He's willing to just plant his feet, let his shoulder roll and his head movement and his cover be all of his defense when he goes in to engage. He doesn't worry at all about trying to back out.
No, he waits right in there, and watch him by the back of the head of Isiah Torres. He's connecting. Torres comes in, bangs away, gets a combination score. Jayson Scott floating at that jab. Nice, comes back with the overhand right, but Torres moves forward and misses it. Big overhand right paw scores. Tries again for Scott, then an uppercut. Scott scoring.
Guys willing to stand and trade for us. We like that. Good crowd here tonight, being entertained in this one.
Absolutely. Started out with a bang in a first-round knockout. Torres scores with an overhand right.
10 seconds left. Referee Tim Mills with some good footwork of his own.
Yeah, he had to get out of the way there. These guys are moving around the ring. Scott scoring. Good first round to open things up.
See the bruised marks from Chinese medicine
yes.
technique called cupping being used on the back of Torres as he has his back turned to us. Gained a lot of notoriety during the last Olympics when Michael Phelps showed up with the cupping marks.
Absolutely.
Checking out our Larry H. Miller replay here. And like I said, just almost immediately it was apparent how calm Scott is, how fluid he was in there, and just, you know, he's got the 2-2 record, so 4 boxing fights versus no boxing fights. I think that showed a little bit.
I think you're exactly right, Jared, because when you haven't done it before, you're looking what to expect. How does this fighter engage? What's his footwork like? When you've been through 4 fights, you kind of have that.
Yep, you're, you know, with no experience, you're waiting to see, you're learning as you're in there versus the 4 fights, you're like, hey, I've done this before. And I know what direction to go.
That was what was so impressive about Jacoby Jones last night, was how adept he was.
That guy's a special talent.
These boys letting it roll here in this second round. Scott trying to put the pressure on and got his opponent up against the ropes.
Torres got to be careful backing out with his hands down. He's got good head movement, managing the distance nicely, but eventually if your hands are down around your waist, there's a chance you're going to get clipped.
Yeah, Torres starting to show a little bit of wear and tear under his nose, and Scott took a shot from Torres in a right. Torres starting to bleed a little bit from the nose. Torres coming in, fast speed, but Scott able to duck it. Scott scores there as well.
Scott just not quite the volume that he had, that he showed us in round number 1. Still accurate, fluid, calm. But Torres, I believe, starting to pull back here a little bit.
Uppercut scores by Scott there. He wades in with a couple of hooks. Torres now bleeding from the nose pretty profusely.
30 seconds left.
Keep him away.
Nice slip there by Torres.
Put it out there.
Torres comes across with that left cross and unable to score, but right there the uppercut scores for Scott.
It took him 3 times throwing the uppercut to find its mark, but he finally did on that last one.
10-second clacker. Jink, show me a beer. It'll go to a 3rd round here, but Jayson Scott staying busy. I thought Torres was a little bit better in that round.
Agreed. Torres definitely a better showing for himself. I don't know whether or not he won that round. That round was very close in my opinion. And checking out the Larry H. Miller replay here for King of Sparta. Scott, his willingness to plant his feet and know that he's not going to move other than his shoulders and his head is just really something that's a little bit unusual.
It is. Scott's best defense is an offense, just coming in throwing.
He does keep his hands busy, yes, although I did feel he was slowing down a little bit in round 2. Let's see if he was saving up for round 3, or if maybe coming from Nebraska, driving up to a mile high is getting to him a little bit.
And, you know, give it to Torres. You know, this is his first boxing match, and I think in that second round he learned a little bit.
Right now.
All right, here it is, 3rd and final round. Torres looking a little confident coming out. Both fighters making each other smile a little bit, some gamesmanship.
Not a great time for either one to be taking a break.
No, gotta go, gotta score, gotta advance. Both fighters got to show a little more urgency. There's only about $110 left in this fight.
I agree. We talked about it when they rang the bell for the very first fight. You got to come out and make a statement throughout the entirety of the fight. There's not a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of work.
No, one of these fighters is going to be resting for the next 2 fights and the rest of the evening, JR. You got to roll with it now.
Yes.
Jayson Scott with a definitive first round. 50 seconds left in this fight. Let's see the guys get busy now. Come on. They got to know that it's getting towards the end. Nice combination there. They got a 1-2 from Jayson Scott.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Tell you what.
Both guys with about a 50-50 mix of either being the one pressuring forward or starting to circle away.
Yeah, and here you go. You got the last 15 seconds of this fight. Somebody needs to get busy here now. Start throwing some and see if you can steal the round.
I agree. A hard flurry, just a couple of good punches right here could take literally the fight for someone.
A couple lefts by Jayson Scott. Another left to scores, jab scores, right to the body scores.
Well, that last 10 seconds is what we would have liked to have seen about 2 minutes of.
I think we may have a 29-28 score here. We'll see. That's a tough fight to score.
Yeah. Checking out the Larry H. Miller King of Sparta replay here. And a lot of feeling out in this round, which, you know, you don't expect in the third round. You've already seen what the other guy has.
Yeah.
So I think whomever loses on this bout, has the judges' score go against them, is going to watch the tape and probably say, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought both fighters were a little slow starting in that round, and I don't know who won that. I give Jayson Scott the first round. Second round, bit of a toss-up, JR. I can see it go either way.
Doc Alex, man about town, helping get the gloves off.
How about that guy? Said he got home about 1:30, got a workout in today. Said he got a second win. This is going to be an interesting call. I just, you know, when you're a fighter, you want to take as much control as you can, and I don't know that you can wait that long.
Both guys had their destiny in their own hands there, really. A lot on the line here in a tournament format.
I think I see Jacoby Jones over there. I think he came back for a little bit of humanship in this second one.
Yeah, he actually walked out with Torres and his coach Jeremy Kimball there. Obviously pretty happy with what happened last night. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say hello to that young man. He said, he told me he's gonna put on a show. This is what he was born to do, MMA time when it came to it.
Good for him.
Got a lot of MMA royalty in town tonight.
Big Mo has the official word, making his way through the ropes.
I thought Isiah Torres equated himself very well for his first time boxing, JR.
Yes. Oh, they're not going to interrupt Journey, are they?
I know. So one you and I can understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision, and we have a split decision. Judge Vantine scores at 29-28, Torres. Judge Abeda scores at 29-28, Scott. And Judge Martinez scores at 30-27, declaring your winner by split decision. And moving on to the second round of King of Sparta, Isiah Torres.
Mr. Torres, that fight was as close as we said it was. Even the judges couldn't all agree, so split decision winner. Mr. Torres advances in the tournament. That means he gets a little post-fight time with Bailey winners after this. A word from our sponsors.
All right, I'm back here now with your winner, Isiah Torres. How do you feel to get in that win tonight?
It was a good, hard fight, tough fight. I fought him before in the past at MMA. so we knew he was a competitor, but I enjoyed it. It was a good fight, close fight, and it was just good. Glad it came out my way.
The judges ruled it a split decision. Did you think it was close? Did you think you had the win?
I knew the first 2 rounds were close, but first round I thought I edged the last 10 seconds, and then third round I thought I started picking it up and he started slowing down. So once they said 30-27, me and my coaches kind of all knew that I had won the third, so we felt comfortable with it.
You are the number 6 seed coming into this tournament tonight. All the other guys moving forward are ranked ahead of you. Do you feel confident moving into this next round?
Yeah, the rankings was kind of weird because I'm still number 1 in Colorado in the MMA rankings, but I have fought a couple of the guys in MMA, so I guess I just got to go back and show why I'm number 1 again. I should have been 6th seed in the first place, but if I'm fighting everybody tough right away, might as well just take them out all by one by one.
Congratulations on the win. We'll see you next round. Great job.
Thank you.